Hi ladies, so it's Mickey. It is, what is it? Monday, June the 11th. Excuse me, I took my allergy shot this morning, and whenever I do those pesky allergy shots, I just feel really out of breath. So, excuse me. Anyways, I had my 6th follicle scan today. The 6th of this cycle. So let me just go back a little bit and let you know what happened last time. Last time I only had one follicle, and it was on my right hand side, and it was 10 by 12. And let's see, it was 10 by 12, and then my lining was at a 10. So he was really happy about my lining. So today I went in and excuse me, he did my follicle scan, and as soon as he put the wand in, you automatically see my lining, and he was like, all right, he was like, this looks good, your lining looks excellent, and it is at a 10.5. So yeah. So he's like, that's excellent. It's looking really good and really healthy. So, yay. And then he went to go look at my left side first. Usually it's my right side he looks at first, but he ended up looking at my left side, and he was like, well, and then he's like, whoa, there was 3 follicles on my left hand side. All of a sudden they decided to show up. I had not had any follicles on my left hand side this whole time. So yeah, I had 2 10s on the left. So, and then one was smaller. It was like an 8 or a 7, something like that. So yeah. And then, he scanned over to my right, and I have, you can see one really big one, and then all these little ones around it. But the big one, which was 10 by 12 last time, is now 10 by 18. So that's good. He's like, okay, well, now we're going to do the other part before we go into my office. And the other part was, he did a post-coital test. Coital is C-O-I-L-T-A-L. Post-coital. And basically that means after sex, or after BDing. We were instructed to BD either last night or the morning of this test. And what it does is, he puts the speculum in. It's just like a pap. He puts the speculum in, and then he takes a small sample. I don't think it was a swab. I didn't see what he got. I think somebody else described it more like a pipette. Where he took a sample of my CM, and then that was it. He's like, okay, get dressed, meet me in my office. And I'm like, okay. So he took the speculum out, and I got dressed. I went to his office, and then he went to another room, and he came back to his office and said, well, follow me. So I went with him, and there was a slide. There was a microscope there, and he had a slide. He put the slide under, and he's like, okay, well, everybody's eyes are different, so here's where you focus, but I just want you to look in. And so I look in under the microscope, and you can actually see the little sperm moving around. So it was really cool, really interesting to see, because yes, I've seen this on YouTube and stuff, but this is actually my husband's swimmers under the microscope. I'm just I just sort of was in awe, and I was just looking, and you just see him just moving around, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And it had been at least 12 hours since, so I wasn't expecting there to be a lot, but he said that didn't matter. The whole thing, the only reason that he wanted to do this test was to see if his sperm and my CM we're sort of working together. Like his sperm is able to live in my semen. Because there's some women that have issues with that, where their husband's sperm does not, it's like not a good match together or something. I don't really know. It's just out of some of the research that I've done and something that he told me. So, so yeah, I was really happy, and he was very satisfied with the way that test went. I know it's not done all that often, so yeah. We went back to his office, and we talked, and he gave me, of course, his little paper that he gives me every time. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday, he wants me to do 200 of follistim, which is great because I think I just have one little cartridge left, and I had taken just a little bit of it, so I should have about 400 left. And then Wednesday I get to trigger, so Wednesday it says Ovidrel. So yay, I get to trigger on Wednesday. That's awesome. And then he said sometime between Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, he wants us to BD. And I don't know if you can see this, but he drew like a little heart with like an arrow going through it. So that was really cute. I like that a lot. And then next Monday I'm supposed to start Prometrium twice a day. And then Monday, July 2nd, he wants me, if I don't have a period, he wants me to check, it says check urine pregnancy tests and call. So that's when I will test. I'll probably end up testing a little bit before that. I don't really know. I haven't decided. But yeah, like, we finally got there, and I'm really, really happy. And I'm really happy that I didn't have to do as many scans as I did last time, because I did 8 scans last time, and it was just really, really frustrating before I started to see something that was getting to the point where, we were coming to the end. So I'm really happy with those results. I'm ecstatic, and I'm even more excited the fact that my lining is the thickest that it's ever been since I started seeing my RE. So I started seeing them in January, and it's now June. So in 6 months, like, my lining is looking the greatest that it has ever looked. So I'm really excited about this. Whether or not it will result in a pregnancy, that's yet to be seen, but I'm very optimistic about it. And we can only hope, right? Like, that's all we got. So yeah, that's it for me. Later this week, I am planning to do those videos that I told you about and post it, and it'll give me something to do during my 2-week wait. And yeah, so excited. And I will talk to y'all ladies later. Alright, bye-bye.